It's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Now Locke. He's got his tight end. It's Chris Manhertz. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Locke. Bellinger hauls it in out left side. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. That's caught inside the 20. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there for the Giants. 45 yards. Tracy going to get it on first down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. On that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. From the gun on third down, Locke. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Gano's kick is good, and that lead is back down to 9 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Powering his way forward, and he'll be out of bounds across the 25. There's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man is Palmer, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Another catch for him there, and the numbers starting to stack up a bit. He's closing in already on a 100-yard game. We're still in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Herbert now. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Here's Herbert. And that'll be incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again, Herbert. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Herbert. Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Herbert. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And that's going to be caught. How about that one? They faked the spike. And it winds up a touchdown. Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. And New York set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Running left is Tracy. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Locke to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Locke gonna throw. And he's gonna be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Chargers offense and Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. And this play's still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. And out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now it's Herbert. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here now, 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Oh, he fakes a spike. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself from opposition so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
And incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Throwing now is Locke. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Khalil Mack able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Davis now to return it. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly... And just like that, on we head to half number 2. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Chargers offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely.
Oh, now some trickery. They fake the spike. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They snap it to Herbert. And it's... They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Block now to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw it is Locke. And that is incomplete. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Gano's kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, and that is incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll get this to the 32. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often. But it doesn't work out.
I guess it's time to date myself a little bit because I remember Dan Marino running a similar play to this on a Monday night game against the Jets way back when. He's going to fake the spike and hope that the defense lets its guard down, but they were at work there, and this ends up incomplete.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th. And this play's still live. He faked the throw it. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they tried to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. He's got Bellinger. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 13 yards, good for a giant first down.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
They'll hand it to Tracy. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Here's 3rd and 7. Now Locke. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to him. Gano's kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
And able to get this out to the 25. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a 4th quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this score.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it. what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
The tackle made by Bobby Okereke. A 3-yard pickup.
Oh, he fakes a spike. And that'll be caught. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Well, this defense just has not been able to keep him under wraps. That's now 10 catches for him. And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line. Oh, now some trickery. They fake the spike. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often. But it doesn't work out. 3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Herbert throwing again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. And not quite sure what just happened there, other than we do know that he spiked the football on 1st down. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Dobbins will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Pass interference, defense.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They look to throw. It's Locke. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's Locke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. No escape for Locke, and he'll go down. Joey Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now Locke, gotta have this one. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big, they just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
Now, after the loss, they'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. And this play's still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback.
It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 33 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Touchdown! Josh Palmer, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are able to stretch out their lead. Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
They'll look to throw here on first down. On the slant, complete to Bellinger. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Shotgun snap to Locke. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He's into space past the 25. And finally marked down at the 23. Now Locke again. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Flush to his right. And he'll get in for the score. And that's going to cut the lead down to 13. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
A big loss on the play brings up 2nd down.
Oh, he fakes a spike. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
Defense.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball, and if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out.
Oh, that was taking a big risk there. They faked the spike, hoping to catch a defense napping, and they weren't. In the end, this does wind up stopping the clock, but now you're looking at a 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And it's good. Batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Giants are going to get the football back. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Lock. Under pressure, and they get it to him again. A big play looming on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And they'll get him down here at the 23. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Gets this to Bellinger. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that will force a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They're going to pass here with Herbert. And he rifles one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Herbert. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Josh Palmer, 31 yards. And the Chargers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
The Chargers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Lock going to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Lock to throw. Time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. From the gun on 3rd down. Lock. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Lock to throw for it on fourth. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. So it's a win here for the L.A. Chargers, and it was thanks to the fine play of their quarterback, CD, Justin Herbert.
Yeah, that was a masterclass in quarterback play, wasn't it? 5 touchdown passes. You talk about the rapport he had with his receivers. It was like a conductor leading a symphony.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Southern California, so long, everybody.